So I've been building eBay businesses now for the better part of 9 years, and during that time I managed to start an eBay business from my mum's house where I was living at the time in my bedroom, and then scale it to a full-time business in an office space where I employed people to help me out to do various different things. And in today's video I want to go through the 4 most important things that you need to be aware of if you're considering to start a home-based eBay business. So make sure you stick around to the end of the video. There's going to be so much value in it, and if you find any value in the video at any point, don't forget to press the like button, don't forget to subscribe as well, hit the bell notification so that YouTube can let you know when a new video has been released. Let's not waste any more time, let's get right into it. Alright, so starting off with the first thing that you guys need to consider if you're thinking about starting an eBay business directly from your house is whether or not you've got the available space. Now of course this goes without saying and it's very simple, but a lot of people tend to overlook this. A lot of people want to jump headfirst into starting an e-commerce business from their house without considering whether or not it's even going to be possible for them to do so in terms of the space that they've got available in their house. So to give you a backstory on how I started with my eBay business many years ago, first things first, I found a winning product that I knew was selling well. I did all of the research to make sure that it was definitely selling on eBay, customers were buying it. What I then did is found a supplier based in China, and then I ordered around 15 to around 20 pieces of that product. And the place where I ended up storing those products is in my bedroom because I was living at my mum's house at the time. But within my mum's house, she had a spare room that no one was using that was filled up with a lot of junk that I knew that I could eventually turn into an office space down the line. So I wouldn't have necessarily started my eBay business if I didn't have that spare room available to me. And that's essentially what I ended up doing. I ended up turning that room into an office space, and I ended up making my first ever $500,000 from my e-commerce business from that room in my mum's house. And then eventually I now branched out to get an office space because I needed to employ people to help me out with various different things, and I couldn't have them come into my mum's house. And that's why it's very important that you make sure that you've got the available space in your house first before you consider starting a business from your house. And one thing that you can learn from my own story is that you don't need a lot of space. I started off in my bedroom, put all the stock by my bed, and then I was shipping out orders every day from my bedroom. So you don't need a massive amount of space, so you can get things going in your house, but it would be more ideal if you know that you've got a whole room eventually that you're going to be able to turn into an office space down the line when you continue growing your business. For those of you that are watching this video but you might not have a lot of available space in your house for you to start an eBay business, you may want to go down the route of doing drop shipping instead of importing stock and holding it in your house. But for those of you that do have the available space in your house, you're automatically going to be put at an advantage because you're going to be able to operate your business from the comfort of your own home and continue to grow it. So moving on to the second thing that needs to be considered when starting an eBay business from your house is investment. And when I say investment, I'm talking about investment in terms of time as well as money. So you can have all the available space in your house that you want. You can have 5 rooms, 10 rooms available for you to build your business. But if you don't have investment in terms of money to invest in the actual products, then it doesn't matter. And if you don't have investment in terms of putting the time into the business, then it also doesn't matter how much space you have. Taking it back to when I first started my eBay business, I had investment that I built up from my 9-to-5 job that I was working, which was around $2,000. And that's the money that I used for me to buy a bunch of different products so that I could store them in my house. And I was also willing to invest time when it came to researching, understanding everything there was when it came to building an eBay business. Most people that want to start a business nowadays are not really willing to put the energy and the time and the money that it takes to get the business off the ground. And that's why whenever people ask me, Sam, what's the main thing that I need for me to get my eBay business going? I always boil it down to 2 different things: money and time. And you need to be willing to invest whatever you need into those 2 things for you to get your business going. So when it comes to the initial things that I would advise anyone out there to invest their money into when they first start their eBay business is obviously inventory. You need to find winning products that are doing well and be willing to find a supplier in China and then import those products to your house and then start shipping them out yourself. Another thing that you need to invest into is obviously packing materials. As you can see behind me in my office space right now, I've got so many different packing materials for all of the different products that I sell. So you're going to need things like boxes, you're going to need to invest in things like bubble wrap, sellotape. If you don't already have a laptop or a PC, you're also going to have to invest into that as well. These are the main things that you're going to need to buy when you first get going. Inventory, obviously, laptop, PC, as well as packing materials. You may also want to get a label printer as well. But one of the most important things that you're going to need to invest into is time when you first get going. You need to make sure that you're doing thorough research so that you understand how the world of operating a business on eBay actually works. As I said earlier, a lot of people want to jump headfirst into starting their eBay business without fully understanding how eBay works as a platform. So for me personally, I spent many years buying stuff on eBay so that I fully understood what the customer's journey was before I even invested into any products. Now, I'm not saying that you need to be a customer for many years before you start building your business, but you do need to make sure that you have a firm understanding of how eBay works. And of course, subscribing to a channel like this is definitely going to help you out, because so far I've made over 400 videos breaking down various different tips and tricks when it comes to making money on platforms like eBay. But you may also want to sign up for a paid program as well. So you can either enroll into my one, which you can find at www.projectebay.com, or by visiting the first link in the description down below, or you can join anyone else's. You just need to make sure that you have a firm understanding of how eBay works as a website before you start investing money into it, because this is going to be a quick way for you to lose your money if you don't invest the right amount of time for you to understand how building a business on eBay actually works. All right, so moving on to the third most important element when it comes to starting a home-based eBay business, which is postage. And I kind of touched on parts of this already when I was speaking about investment, when I said that you have to invest your money in the right places when it comes to buying the right packing materials. But there's more important things that you need to be aware of when it comes to the postage part of this whole equation. Now, the reason why I've put this in this whole sequence right here is because when it comes to shipping out your orders, this is going to be really important when it comes to starting a home-based eBay business, because you need to make sure that you're creating time in the day for you to go to the post office to ship out all of your orders. So the way that I initially done it when I first started my eBay business in my mum's house many years ago is that I would obviously have my office space in my mum's house, and I would pack my orders every day. It took me around 2 to 3 hours to pack all of my orders, and then I would have to drive to the post office and then ship out my orders every day, Monday to Friday. And the reason why this is important for you to know before you start your eBay business is because you may not have the time available in the day for you to ship out your orders every single day. When most people decide on starting an e-commerce business from their house, all they think about is the money that they're going to make. They don't really think about the fact that they're going to have to actually ship out the orders every day and how much work that's going to take. Now, for me personally, I didn't mind doing this when I left my 9-to-5 job, but whilst I was working my 9-to-5 job, it was a bit of a headache because I had to pack all my orders before I left to go to work, and then I had to sometimes ship out my orders on my lunch break. So I'd be in my office wearing my suit in my 9-to-5 job in central London with these big grey Royal Mail bags that I had to carry with me on the train. Now, I didn't have to do this every single day. It was only on some days where I didn't have someone to help me deliver the stuff to the post office whilst I was at work. But this is definitely something that you need to consider, and this is why a lot of people don't like to import stock and ship it out themselves, because they're not going to be able to go to the post office Monday to Friday. But if you're currently unemployed, or maybe you're just working from home, this could be a great opportunity for you to get your e-commerce business off the ground. Because a lot of people are trying to go the dropshipping route because maybe they don't have the time, the money, or the space in their house, this could be a great opportunity for you if you do have all of those things, because you're going to be able to import the products after you've done the right product research and ship out your orders and deliver it to your customers within 1 to 2 days. And this is going to be great for your eBay business because you're going to get great reviews. You're going to be able to rise higher in the search results on eBay, which means that you're going to be able to make more and more sales. So you're definitely going to need to consider how you're going to handle postage before you even start building your eBay business. Okay, so moving on to the fourth and final thing that I'm going to discuss in this video is exactly when to scale. So what exactly does this mean? Now, once you've started building up your business from your house and you're getting momentum, you're making sales, you're running a business, everything is working great, you're going to now start to get ideas of exactly when should you scale, when should you start employing people, when should you move into an office space. All of these thoughts are going to come at you. And my advice to you guys is that you shouldn't scale sooner than when you need to. So for me personally, when I started building my business in my mum's house, as I already told you, I made my first $500,000 from my mum's house. And I started getting ideas of, should I even be running this business from my mum's house? Should I have an office space? What do my friends think? All of this nonsense stuff. But you just need to think about what's best for the business. The only reason why I eventually moved out into an office space is because it made sense in terms of my taxes. I'm able to deduct all of the money that I pay for my office space off my tax bill. However, you may not be in a position where you're making a lot of profit and it may not be tax efficient for you to get an office space. Or you may be confused on exactly when you should start hiring people. All of these different questions are going to come at you as you start to build and scale your business. And it's all about doing things at the right time. You need to do things when they make sense. If you're capable of doing a specific job or task with your business, it may be wise for you to continue doing that, because you don't want to rush and hire someone to, let's say, do your fulfillment, and maybe they start stealing your inventory, or maybe they just don't do things right. If you're capable and you've got the time to do it yourself, it's all about making sure that you're doing things efficiently when you first start building up your e-commerce business. Now I've got many more videos on the way that's going to educate you on exactly when you need to scale, exactly when I scaled my business, when I had my first employee, when I moved out into my office space, when's the right time, when's the wrong time. So make sure that if you enjoyed this video, you press the like button, you also subscribe as well and hit the bell notification so that YouTube can let you know when new videos have been released. And don't forget as well that if you want to sign up to a step-by-step guide that's going to help you out with everything you need to know when it comes to building your eBay business from scratch, because of course I wasn't able to go through everything in today's video. I just went through the 4 most important elements of building a home-based business on eBay. But if you want to know a step-by-step guide about all the steps that you need to know when it comes to building an eBay business from scratch, then don't forget to visit www.projectebay.com, or you can visit the first link in the description down below. Or if you rather watch another YouTube video that I made not too long ago where I broke down some other things that you need to know about building an eBay business, then you can check that out by clicking the link right there. Alright guys, I'll see you on the next one. Make sure you stay safe out there. Peace.